Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So I've noticed it's interesting, like we were at 96 subscribers, then we dropped down to 91, then we went to 92, back to 95, back to 91. So I don't know if those are spam bots that subscribed originally and they're just clearing them out. I don't know if people decided to stop, subscribing, or I don't know if I seemed like I was too desperate or something like that. Not desperate at all. So I don't know what's happened with the subscriber thing, but I'm not gonna sit there and hold people to actually subscribe. You want to subscribe, you want to subscribe. If you don't, you don't. I don't really care. Point is, um, I did have a set goal to show off a special one, but at the same time, I was planning to show them eventually anyway. So let's just do it. Who cares? So this person is entirely made using swapped parts. No paint. No paint on this person whatsoever. He's from the Attitude Era, and he pretty much is the reason why I decided to start Frankensteining people together. As you know, Mattel releases figures. If you're a wrestling fan, you know this. If you're a wrestling toy collector, you know Mattel. Um, and I think Elite or Ultimate 21 leak list has shown up with Cody Rhodes, who was officially announced, but then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are going to be in that one, and that's cool because we need Kevin Owens. I can't figure out how to piece a Kevin Owens together because I don't do tattoo or paint work or decals, so I'm all for that one. That would be cool. I might swap out the legs if I don't like the drop down hips, but it's few and far between. It's few and far between we see any elite or ultimates. So I know the next Target exclusive is Yoko. That's kind of cool as well, because again, that's something you just can't make using just swap parts. You have to literally go through with a lot of detail work, probably sculpting, that kind of stuff. So that would be cool. But if you've seen my collection, you've seen my shorts, you know I have a ton of Ultimate custom figures, and one of the ones I was very proud of was this one, the Big Boss Man. Now, what I did is I decided to use his Elite, newer Elite, WCW security kind of look to keep the decals. I know he didn't really have anything. I decided just to kind of give a little bit extra detail work. The vest is from the original Elite 47. I think it was Elite 47. And I made sure to very carefully, you can see right there, probably the cut mark is right there. Very X-Acto knife, glued it right back on. Does give a little bit, obviously, bulkiness to it because it was a bigger size guy torso. And then you're probably wondering, so did you paint? You use no paint, then how did you paint the black in the butterfly joints? I didn't. I used Undertaker's Ultimate Torso. Undertaker Ultimate 11 Torso. And then I used Roman Reigns' lower pants. Not new one, but older one. And I didn't use his Ultimate, I just used his... I think I had like a spare Elite lying around. There's so many of those in this style. So I obviously had to crack the torso, put the lower legs on, which worked just great because he doesn't have like new style torso. The red elbow, the elbow pad here, I guess I could switch it around if I wanted to have the red on top. It didn't really matter to me. I just left it because he did have an elbow pad at times, and I got that from the Mean Mark Callis figure. The reason I kept these arms and didn't just go with the black Elite ones is because even though they're not double jointed, because you don't have double jointed option with the Boss Man, because these haven't had a double jointed arm yet. I wanted to switch out the hands, and the Elite 47 you can't switch out the hand. I mean you can, it's just really difficult. It could snap. It wasn't designed to pull out. Whereas in the newer Boss Man, you can just pop them and switch them out. I put little wrist tape. Gauntlet things around to kind of give them more of a bulkier glove look to them. I used the Boss Man newer scale, Elite head. Now, the only thing I had to do with this one, and I had to actually do a little bit of carving, was the shoulder joints. Obviously, Undertaker has tattoos on his, so you can't use him. You have to use the Fiend, the Bray Wyatt shoulder joints that come with the coat. Now, it makes it a little too bulky, and so the arms kept popping out. So I had to carve down, and then I had to apply glue. So he does not have swivel, unfortunately. But I was looking at the boss man. I mean, you can, with the butterfly joints, you can still do other stuff, like like that, easily uppercut. Boss man slam's not affected by it. Yeah, I wasn't proud that I had to do that, but at the same time, that's the only way you could do that, because otherwise I'd have to use Bray Wyatt Fiend Jacket, and it would look just dumb. So I'm sure if you're a better sculptor, if you're a better, what do you call it? If you're a hodgepodge it better than I can. I mean, I was using clippers and I didn't have a Dremel yet. Probably if I had a Dremel, it would have been different. But you have to trim down with, and I had to be very, very careful. If I trimmed any more, I would have gotten into the logo. I had to trim down. So if you don't care about the logo, you can trim down further and probably get to stay in there. Again, I want a big boss man. I had Stone Cold in the Attitude Era. I had Bonnet Ken Shamrock. I had Triple H. And I was just like, I really want to get more Attitude Era guys. I start with the Attitude Era guys. Of course, I've worked my way into all different generations, including the Golden Age and before the WWF days, that kind of stuff. So, but I really wanted to build on the Attitude Era, and I pretty much, for the most part, have built a lot of the main players of the Attitude Era. Obviously, I'm not too worried about Chris Jericho. I'm not worried about the Hardys or Edge and Christian, because I have other versions of them where they go on to become bigger stars. I just kind of wanted the guys that were the Attitude Era, and they kind of just faded away as we get into the Ruthless Aggression Era. So like Gangrel, got Boss Man. Obviously, we need a smaller cruiserweight Ultimate Torso, which is sad that Ray didn't fund, because that Ray probably would have worked for making a Chavo, making a few other guys, especially since he had no tattoos. So I'm hoping that when they release more Rays, or they release a smaller cruiserweight torso style, so I can add a few guys. Obviously, you can't put an Eddie Guerrero torso on the Chavo. He'd be too jacked and ripped. It would look horrible. So hopefully that new Series 2 Ultimate Monday Night Wars Eddie is not in the newer style. It probably will be in the newer style, but hopefully we can do that, and I can add him in as well to the Ruthless Aggression line. But yeah, if a smaller torso comes available, maybe finding a way to build a Taka Michinoku and a Funaki. I wouldn't say a Jerry Lynn necessarily. Obviously, you got the Mean Street Posse. Still trying to figure out some formula for that. But I digress. If you want to build this figure, you need Elite 89 Boss Man, head and arms, Elite 47 tactical vest. I'm sure you can get another tactical vest from other people as well. I just went with the official one. Just understand it's going to be a little wobbly, but that's okay, because a tactical vest usually is pretty wobbly on people. Undertaker Ultimate Torso, Roman Reigns Elite Legs. And then your choice on, if you want bulky gloves, or if you just want to just, find gloves that work. I would say, though, getting these little what do they call these? Wristbands. These little black wristbands make it look more like a glove. That would make sense. Because if you didn't have that, it would just be, it'd look weird. It'd almost be like to here, and that'd be it. It wouldn't look like a glove. So it would definitely mesh horribly. And then, of course, you need Bray Wyatt shoulder pad, or shoulder connectors. And possibly some sculpting. So he's not the easiest one to do. He did take a little bit of time. I had to really think the formula through. But it can be done. No paint. If you're a great painter, I'm sure you can easily do a different formula. Just keep the arms as is. The nice thing about keeping the shoulder pads with the Bray Wyatt connector piece is it looks like actual tactical. It looks proper. It doesn't look like it's skin tone painted black. So that's just one of my formulas on what's the formula. Again, if we don't get to 100 subscribers, if it never goes up to that level, so be it. Till next time.